Alright, this is my collection of the Transformers Animated Autobot Elite Guard. Now the Elite Guard, as you know, are the protectors and the law enforcers on Cybertron. And we saw them first at Season 1, and then we saw them again in Season 2. Okay. Uh, It took me a while to actually do this video because I had only recently taken my figures, my Elite Guard figures, out of the box. I've kept them in the packaging because I didn't have them all at the same time. I wanted to wait till I had completed the entire Elite Guard that was available before I opened all of them up. So I had first Magnus. I've had him since like September of 2008, and I only opened them up last week. Yeah, last week. And then, while he was still in package, I got Jazz. Then I got Sentinel. Then I got Blur. Then lastly, I got Elite Guard Bumblebee. Well, he's not technically an Elite Guard. We haven't seen him like that on the show yet. But based on his bio on the box, he's an Elite Guard wannabe. So I think his colors are great, and I think he fits well with Elite Guard. So here's a look of things to come. It's a little bit late and not as current as how the animated toy line has been going right now, but I will be doing a review on each one of them. So have a look at them right now, and I'd like to give my first thoughts on these figures. Well, if you're an animated fan, obviously you have to have every single one of these figures, definitely. um, I will say that you must get Ultra Magnus first. He's probably the best figure in the lot. Not just because he's a leader class figure, but just the way the design has been made on him is pretty amazing. Next, you'll have to get Blur. He is probably one of the most difficult figures to find right now. Our Toys R Us still has stock of him. In Manila here, Toy Kingdom still has stock of him, but you'll have to look for him, not because not all branches would have him. He's quite a chase figure out here in Manila because he deserves to be. He's pretty good. I mean, the figure is just amazing. So both these two figures are the best. Then Jazz. I think Jazz is still available at Toys R Us, so you can still get him. He used to be the chase figure, but then now Toys R Us overstocked him. And then Elite Guard Bumblebee. He hasn't come out yet in our Toys R Us, which is weird because he should have come out with Sentinel Prime and Swoop. I got him from a hobby shop in Green Hills, so there, but he's not yet out in Toys R Us, surprisingly. And then Sentinel Prime. He's probably the worst among the lot. I wasn't sure I was going to get him because he was such a jackass on the show. He was such a prick that I decided, I'm not going to get him, even if he looks great on the reviews and all that. But when I saw him in person, in packaging, up close, I decided, he's got great detail. The figure was well made, it's got a good alt mode, so what the hey, why not just get him just to complete the entire set, right? So I got him. I'm just glad they made him into a deluxe because I didn't want to spend too much money on a figure I absolutely hated on the show. So there. Um, so those are my initial thoughts. You have to get the Elite Guard if you're a fan of the show. If you have to get only one figure, save your money for this guy, Magnus. If you're here in Manila, if you can still find him, he is on clearance for $30 from a retail price of $60. Everyone else is still on regular price of $14. Pretty expensive out here, Transformers. Then you have to get Blur. This guy is just unbelievable. I mean, I wasn't a fan of Blur in the movie. I thought he was like somebody like C-3PO in Star Wars. He was just out there, you know. He would just move, run, act first before thinking. So I wasn't really a big fan of him on the movie. But when the the series, the season after the movie started airing, we got to see more of Blur. Sort of liked him, not that much, but when he started appearing on the animated show, the TFAnimated, I just loved him. His alt mode is just spectacular. His colors are great, which I will do in a separate review. So offhand, these are the two figures you want to get. Then these two. If you're not happy with Sentinel Prime, don't get him. If you're not particularly fond of the figure, just don't get him. Get him only if you want to complete the entire set. I mean, that's the only reason. But if you're just gonna get him for the figure, he's the worst among the lot. I mean, he's not bad. He's not that bad, but if you want to skip any of these figures, better skip him. Okay. Oh, sorry. One last word on the Elite Guard Bumblebee. I wasn't sure he was gonna look great, but he's become quite my favorite among the entire set. I mean, I like these two. I mean, Blur, but when I was transforming him and just looking at him in both alt mode and robot mode, he has just the sweetest colors. I mean, gold, black, and yellow with electric blue. Very nice. I'm actually quite pleased with the way they did this guy, which I will be talking about in depth in another review. So there you have him. My collection of Transformers Animated, the Autobot Elite Guard. Thanks for watching.